don't see a good reason why I wouldn't want to come grab this. It's my full target anyway. Fill them orders in the fair value gap. Fill them orders in the PD array. What you want to call it? Can't see it not try and grab this up here. But you never know. No expectations. Hit that fair value gap, baby. Hit that fair value gap, baby. Jamaica government. I don't know why we even have a lot of shorters that are trying to short the market. But might just hop off, man, and just let the shit just play out. I mean, come back on for fucking PM session and make sure my shit, the strategy there, and then maybe play something. But all I'm doing is like fucking making myself feel uncomfortable. Just looking at this. Even though my risk, I didn't even risk a lot today. Get rid of this. Barely risked anything today, which is cool. Jamaica government from California, and then they legalize ganja. Children alive when they skin them teeth. More love flowing in the town. All community safe and sound. More love flowing in the streets. It's a really nice big fair value gap right here. Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna just hop off, y'all. This is giving me too much emotions right now. Get up off here. All right, y'all. We're gonna go over the first trade I took. So first trade I took, there was no SMT. We hit this 5-minute fair value gap, and I entered about. I didn't even enter right here. I did put the SL up here. Entered somewhere over here. It wasn't a good trade. I don't like it. You know what I mean? Like I don't even really want to go over it, to be honest. I'm not gonna. But I got a limit buy right here. If it comes back and hits this fair value gap, and then I got a limit buy to this 4-hour, 1-hour liquidity. So if we can come back and touch that, I'll put my stop loss all the way down here. But till 11:30. If not, I mean, we take the $97 loss. That's it. I mean, I didn't like really like. I went off a breaker block right here. It was a 2-minute breaker block. It was like a 2-minute equilibrium, and then I went off of it. But if there's not an SMT, I always get like, okay, damn, no SMT. It doesn't. It's not moving. You know what I mean? So that's just the reality of like the way I trade. Yeah, I need an SMT. I need an SMT. Like, I just need one. So if there's not an SMT, I should just not trade it, bro. Honestly, there needs to be a divergence of assets, or else there's no trading it. But yeah, 11:30. That's when we're gonna get off. We're gonna get off at 11:30. Here, let me read off what I put. So 4 hour bullish, 1 hour bullish, 30-minute bullish, no SMT, but 5-minute fair value gap wicked, 1 hour liquidity, 4 hour liquidity above, 2-minute inverse fair value gap, 2-minute equilibrium / 2-minute breaker block. Good reaction. I de-risked the all-time high because everything's extremely bullish. Weird because 4 hour candle already took the 6 a.m. So that's what when I bought when it was a reaction. SL low is low, TP high is high. Very interesting trade. Stopped out, and there's no SMT. So 4 hours bullish structure, 2 inverse fair value gap with the 6 a.m. candle. Oh yeah. 4 hours bullish also, like the whole candle structure of the 4 hours bullish. So that's why I'm heading towards the all-time high area right here. But like I said, I just needed to hit the limit buy so I could enter in, or we just wait for the PM session. But I'm going trading 100, a little above 100 because I'm gonna trade 2 micros if it does hit the limit buy, which every structure, every high time frame is bullish. So I'm not hating on it right here. But if it doesn't hit the limit buy, we're just gonna go for PM session. So that's what we're gonna do. Was getting a little bit of emotional. I really was getting a little emotional. It's like I missed the entry. You know what I mean? Right? Because there was a 1-minute break structure, SMT, 1-minute break structure, perfect, beautiful fair value gap. Didn't come into this fair value gap, but made another fair value gap, hit into it. Great reaction. I should have bought right here. I should have put a limit buy right at the fair value gap, but I didn't do that. And then traded it, but I didn't. So now I got a limit buy right there to see if it does maybe want to come back down and grab that to get me in. What up, Clips? How you doing, bro? Oh, there he left. Yeah. So it's my trade recap. No sound detected. Check your audio settings. What up, boys and girls? What up, boys and girls? So I'm kind of hyped right now. Not gonna lie. My trade did end up banging. The first one didn't. I broke my rules. That's how it goes. I broke my rules and I got what I deserved for breaking my rules. But this is the trade I took. The second trade, and even the second trade was kind of. I'll show you the trade I wanted to take. And this was the trade, honestly, I wanted to take, and I could have taken. It's not a 6. It's a right here, the 295 right here. So let me rewind it all the way back so y'all can see this real quick. Because I'm gonna end up putting my other trade recap that I did today in here also. I don't really need this stuff. Okay. So basically, we were bullish all around. I mean, the 4 hours bullish, 6 a.m., 2 a.m. candle. This candle ended up getting to this wick already. So I was like, okay. The 1 hour, we were bullish. 30-minute, we were bullish. This was 10 a.m., 9:30, 9 o'clock, 9:30, 9 o'clock. Boom, we were bullish. 15-minute, we were bullish all around. We were just going up. So I was like, fuck, okay. How am I going to like work this? So what ended up happening was, so that's crazy. I didn't see this. So basically, this was my missed entry right here. But right here, we hit this 5-minute fair value gap. I didn't see that we took out this 5-minute liquidity. That's how we made the SMT. I didn't see that. But that makes a lot of sense of why we ended up moving up when we hit that liquidity. Basically, my first entry, I already have it in. I'm not gonna talk about it. But we ended up taking liquidity, which makes a lot of sense, and we ended up making SMT. I didn't see that we took the 5-minute liquidity before that though, but we did make an SMT lower low, lower high on ES. So since we already ended up taking this, like we already closed above, or we already wicked out this 6 a.m. candle with this candle right here, I was like, fuck, okay. Because look, so this 14 o'clock candle is the candle we play with. Is the candle we basically, sorry, this 10 a.m. candle is the candle we basically predict that it's gonna wick the 6 a.m. Usually, sometimes it stays under. So this is my complete TP. Today, this was my complete TP, and I didn't know if I should make this my complete TP or not. But we were so heavy. We inversed with the 6 a.m. candle. We inversed up to the change market structure. Like there was a lot of things that we did today to signify. But yeah, I didn't make this liquidity. Like I didn't even know this was like we took out 5-minute liquidity, which, like I said, is a big draw. Basically, I'll show you my missed entry. So we broke structure. We made a fair value gap. Then we ended up making a fair value gap in this. I was waiting for this to get hit. I was waiting for this to get hit so much just so I can only grab this. But we were so bullish. I mean, like I said, this is all learning. Basically, what I learned is like, okay, even if there is another fair value gap being made up here, I could have still put my SL down here, and then my TP all the way up here. I wouldn't have put my TP here because that would have been a 1-to-1. I would have put it up here, and then risked more, obviously, than what I risked right here. I would have risked like 250 because that's just my strategy right here. So we ended up hitting equilibrium right here. We ended up also like making a good reaction. Then we ended up wicking. We ended up coming back in. I should have entered right when we came back in, but then I was like, fuck, I missed it. Okay, and then we ended up coming up here, making another fair value gap to collect a lot of orders. We were like, we weren't running through the fair value gap like it would run through if it didn't want to hold, or if it didn't have a high probability chance of holding. So I ended up entering somewhere. Oh, I ended up entering as soon as it tapped in actually. Then it gave me some good looks. Ended up putting the SL like right here. Ended up getting a 3-to-1, and then riding it right here. But this was the entry to take. This was equilibrium, everything that I want. SMT, break a structure, fair value gap, equilibrium being touched. Like it was everything I could have asked for in a trade. Everything, a good reaction out. Then it came back in, got an even better entry right here. I could have risked my 250 like I usually would on a really good setup like this, but I didn't. So I ended up taking this trade for very low risk, like I risked on the first one, and then that ended up bang. So I'm gonna back test more. I'm gonna do only my strategy. I mean, like I say that, I'm human at the end of the day. Like I'm not gonna beat myself up for it, but the strategy works when you're working the strategy. You know what I'm saying? Like it works. This shit works. It doesn't not work. It works. So it's like I just, today I was feeling like this morning I was feeling very emotional on the charts because I missed my first entry. Very emotional. Then, well, I'm gonna journal in my notebook, and then actually I'll journal my notebook with you guys. Why not? Oh shit! Journal my notebook. Do it with you guys. And then I think I'm gonna be on for a PM session also. I didn't end up going to the gym this morning. I might go later. Your live is not eligible for recommendations. Man, dude, I don't know what to tell you, TikTok. I'm trying to do the best I can. I'm trying to do the best I can, TikTok. I really am. So basically, how we're looking at the 4 hours bullish, 1 hour bullish, and then 30-minute was bullish. Everything was bullish, all bullish. all bullish. This is my second trade. So 4 hours bullish, 1 hour bullish, and 30-minute bullish. All was bullish. So basically, I missed my first entry. Which was literally a beautiful setup. Missed first entry, beautiful setup. TP was 4 hour high, and then SL below fair value gap. First entry was beautiful. SMT, lower low, NQ, ES, lower high. And then it was 5-minute liquidity was taken. Didn't know at the time that it was taken, but it was. We had a 1-minute break of structure / fair value gap. Didn't touch the first fair value gap. Reason why I missed the entry. Second fair value gap and EQ was hit. Great reaction and tapped fair value gap again, which should have been entry. Because at the end of the day, even if I did enter up here and it gave me so much drawdown, my SL would have still been at this low. But I wanted it to grab this low so bad. I still was like, oh, bro, I wanted to grab it. So I got in my own way with hitting the big trade. De-risk today. Wouldn't have de-risked on miss entry. Yeah, so I mean, live and learn. You know, I'm doing one strategy and one strategy only, and I'm learning from this fucking strategy. So, you know, decent day. Came out with profit. I'm gonna see what happens in PM session. See if it throws me anything, any goose eggs or something. But if it does, it's gonna have to go below this, because for the 4 hour to even break, it's gonna have to go below, and it's high up right now. You know, it's gonna have to go below this. So I don't see. I see like, I don't think it's gonna be. We're gonna have any. I'm not even gonna hop on actually, because it's gonna have to go below this to be bearish. And if it is bullish, I mean, low key, if it comes down correctly and let's say this candle closes bullish, right? And then the other candle like this is wicking this, and then it's like down here, another candle starts, we could still shoot for this, the high, and then risk like 100. So yeah. So that was my trade for the my second trade for the day. I mean, as you could see, this was a really good one. We missed that entry, and that was the entry we took, and it did end up banging and going to full TP. So yeah, boys, it's awesome. It's insane that okay, we did take out liquidity, 5-minute liquidity right here. I think, you know what's crazy, we did take out 5-minute liquidity also on the first trade. We did take out that 5-minute because it was right there, and then we wicked that 5-minute fair value gap and came back down. But yeah, that was the entry to take. It's just so funny, but it's a learning experience. But every day is, on the charts. But it's just interesting because I didn't take this trade because I wanted it so bad to come down here. I was strict on it. I wanted to come down here, even though my SMT, it's still I still put the SMT the same place. But I really think because I was so confused on whether I wanted to just hit this, which would have been in here, like a 3-to-1, or if I wanted to just grab this, which would have been okay. So that's what confused me, man. But since we're all bullish, I was liking hitting this more because we were bullish on all the high time frames. So it's like, man, you know, it's like okay, that's why. So if we're bullish on all the high time frames, I can believe it will shoot up to the high. But I ain't gonna write it down. I see it.